I broke a big one. It was really good for us, and something we can definitely keep improving on. This is not the ceiling we want, and we just want to keep working at it all week.
How much fun is it blocking for Caleb and what he's able to do right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've seen a ton of improvement from him in the last month. I think he's had one of the better camps on our team. I think a lot of the leaders would say the same thing. He's done a great job just doing it for the team, and we've seen a lot of improvement out of him. And he brings that energy, and obviously he's a big guy, but he's pretty fast too. He's faster than a lot of those guys out there. So outside of his athleticism, he's really working hard. And I've seen improvements from him in pass blocking too. That was an area when he was young he kind of struggled with, but he's doing a heck of a job. I'm loving watching him grow every single game. Right, and he's being as humble as he can be each and every week. So,
as I think a lot of fans were frustrated with the first half outcome. What was kind of said, or what changed there in the second half today?
Well, yeah, it's a tale of two halves, but it's a 60-minute football game. I think for us, we just had to collect ourselves in the locker room and go out there and do the same things that we were doing in the first half, just a little bit better, just executing a little bit more each and every time. So, really proud of the guys, the whole team. We all stepped up. A lot of plays on the defense, special teams, offense as well. So, really a great team win out there.
It seemed like in the second half, I don't know if you know the stonecutter thing, but you kept pounding, and eventually the big runs came. Was that the message from Coach Betts and Coach Ferentz in the halftime locker room?
Yeah, I think that's just our attitude. I think we just got to keep swinging at it and just understand that it might not happen the first time. If you run one run play 3 times, you're going to get 3 different looks, and each of them's going to have a different outcome. But for us, we just got to do our job out there and let the coaches coach. And Coach Betts, I think he did a great job on the sideline. Just want to applaud. He was just holding us together, telling us to get going, put our pads on these guys a little bit. They wore down there towards the end, so it was always a good feeling when you get that going.
Did you notice that they were playing at less than 100% by the end of the game, that you were able to lean on them a little more easily?
Yeah, I know they had a ton of injuries out there, and hopefully those guys are feeling healthy and everything. But towards the end, once you start running the ball on a lot of guys, they start to wear down a little bit, and that's something that's really exciting for us as an offensive line, and then as an offense as a whole, because it helps the play action, the pass game get going. Guys start tightening it up a little bit, so we definitely felt that rhythm, that momentum, you could say, out there. So that was really exciting. But all we got to do is just do our job, keep wearing on with our pads.
284 rushing yards. I mean, I don't know. It probably didn't happen often last year. I don't know if it did, but what do you attribute that to? You're 3 games in. You've ran the ball well all 3 games.
Yeah, I think we just have a better attitude. I think and we've continued to grow in that nature. Obviously we've gone. I don't know if last week we had 200, but it's 200 every week, and that's something we need to take pride in and keep getting better at, because it's not like we can only get 200. We can keep getting more. I'm sure there's plays on film that we want back, and everything. We just got to keep swinging, keep getting at the guys, keep blocking them well, and the running backs, I think they're doing a heck of a job right now, moving with us. It's definitely something they had to learn, and it takes time. Coach Lester said Aaron Jones is one of the better backs he's seen do it, but that guy's a pro, and obviously it took them a while to get going there too. So, for us, we just got to go at it day by day and just keep improving.
What do you think is the biggest factor in this offensive line's improvement this year?
I think we're just more together than we've been. We've been really together for the last 2 years. It's kind of a run it back theme, if you will, and it's just felt really good, out there. Everybody's a little more physical, a little more aggressive, I think. We have been in the past because we've been a little unsure. You got young guys in there and stuff, but this is a veteran group, and we all know what we have to do. We're picking each other up. That's the biggest thing. There's more communication on the sideline and in the huddle than there ever has been. And through the highs, through the lows, like every part of the game, we just got to keep that going and keep playing for each other. That's the most important thing.
When it's 24-21, I mean, still pretty tense out there.
Right.
I mean, is it? You guys feel like you just assert your will? It kind of seemed like what happened on that drive. You guys went down and got a long touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I think no matter the scoreboard, I mean, in my mind, I was sitting there on the sideline. It's always 0-0. That's the kind of mindset you got to have, and understand that nobody's ever out of the game until the clock says zeros on it. So, for us, we just had to go out there, have a little poise, right? Big play happens. What are you going to do on the next drive? Like, we had to respond and just help our team win. That's the biggest thing. We got to do our job.
When did the red zone wrinkles come about with Brendan? Is that something you've worked on for a while, or did it kind of get introduced this week? Or
it's just an option we have. I think Brendan did a heck of a job when he went in there, and it's something that we can definitely do, and everybody on the team's going to be ready to go in. So He offers a little more versatility than Cade does, but Cade scrambled for a little bit the last 2 weeks too. So both of them are pretty capable, and just excited to have a different guy in there too every now and again. It's like, whoa, what the heck, Yeah, you never see it coming because he just subs in, and you had 5 plays with Cade, and then it's like, oh, there's a new quarterback in, but it's messing with my cadence a little bit. But other than that, it's been really smooth. It's just something we have.
And Cade Pieper was in there too for that touchdown. That was a little interesting.
Yeah. It's just a personnel thing we have. So you got to ask coaches about that. I don't know the strategy about that, but they liked it, so I liked it too. We scored, I think, both times he was in there, so he was pretty happy.
If I'm remembering correctly, Pieper was next to you, right?
Yeah. Yep. On the was it the first touchdown or something like that? So yeah, I celebrated with him as soon as I could because that was probably his first touchdown ever as a Hawkeye. So that was pretty cool for him. So
how much of a benefit is that for you when you've got that extra lineman next to you?
Oh, it's I love it. I love having a tight end next to me. They're all heck of great blockers. So either way, I'm expecting us to work together and get our job done.